So in this video, we have a grown man who is upset with President Trump because his food stamps are being taken away, right? He seems like an able-bodied individual, right? No injuries, no disabilities that I noticed. But he is upset that his food stamps are being taken away. All right. So what we're gonna do is let him talk, and then I'll share my thoughts.
Nothing to say. There's nothing I would say, or I mean, he's not gonna change. My food stamps just got taken, so I'm in a bit of a crisis here, trying to find out how I'm gonna pay for food for the month. They closed my case. I think yesterday. I just found out today. So, yeah. I mean, I'm getting a lot of people like saying, "Go Trump! Oh, yo, he's so awesome." Nothing. Just wastes of life. I have no food now, so this kind of sucks. And you people still support him?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, that's why you're not gonna get no sympathy from a lot of people. So let me first say this, right? You know, the fact that he's coming on here on social media, trying to garner some type of sympathy, right? It's not coming across the way he thinks it's gonna come across, right? Especially as a man, right? Like, we expect women to do this, right? We know a lot of women on social media, especially on TikTok. They go on social media and whatever's going on in life, they do these things to garner some type of sympathy, right? And we all get it because as much as it annoys us, we understand that's what a lot of women like to do. That's what females like to do. They come on social media, they talk about their issues, and then they hope to get sympathy from a lot of their audience. But as a man, to do this, it doesn't come across the way you think it's going to come across. Even he looks like a liberal, right? So he's probably got his liberal support. Even his liberal supporters don't even support that, right? Why? Because as men, no one cares about your problems. No one, right? He's talking about how he can't afford food after rent, right? He said, I can't afford food after rent. Then guess what? You're going to have to get a job, right? And if that job is not enough, you're going to have to get 2 jobs. And if that's not enough, get 3 jobs. Whatever you got to do to survive, whatever you got to do to provide for yourself, because no one cares about your problems. Coming here on social media, trying to look like this person that just can't provide for himself, like you're going through some type of struggle. No one's going to look at you and say, "Oh man, poor baby. Like, oh, it's so sad." No one's going to do that. Why? Because you're a grown ass man, right? That is built with the responsibility of finding ways to figure things out. Because that's what men we have to do. Since no one cares about problems, we have to learn how to figure things out. And I'm sorry, like, no man is beneath the job. If you're gonna come out here and say you can't find food, then you gotta get a job. I don't care if you gotta go to McDonald's, you gotta work at Walmart. You do whatever you gotta do in order to provide for yourself. And if you don't like that job, you don't think it's paying enough, then guess what? Develop skills so then you can make more money. But you got to take that first step and get a job. You got to find some way to create some type of income for yourself. Okay? Don't think and that's the thing. You got this person, he probably thinks he's better than all the jobs out there. Right? He thinks he's too good for a lot of these jobs, right? But he can't even provide income for himself. He can't even get food, right? You're relying on the government to do these things for you. That is not the responsibility of a man, right? That your job as a man, you need to figure things out. And this is the problem with the welfare system, right? It's easily, like, we all understand, right? If someone get fired, somebody loses their job, right? It's important, hopefully find a safety net just to make sure, give you a month or 2 or, some time off just so you can, find it, so you can rebound and find another job, right? Like, I think we can all grasp that concept. However, there is a negative side to that, right? It creates a lot of dependency, right? Some people, when they go into the system, instead of rather, find a way to get out the system, they stay in it, they get comfortable. And you can see that with this guy, he's comfortable. He's just comfortable, saying he's fell into the lie that, oh, these jobs don't pay enough. These jobs, these companies aren't paying me enough. They're being cheap with their money. So what's the point? I'm just going to sit here, sit on my butt, relax, and just have the government pay for me. That is a horrible mindset to have, and this is what the welfare, social system creates a lot of people that just don't want to try, right? They want to be a victim and find all types of reasons for why they can't excel in life, right? Because if you ask this person why aren't you getting a job, he will come up with a bunch of excuses for why he's not looking for a job, right? Instead of looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, I'm not doing enough. All right, I'm not putting in the effort to make sure I'm able to provide for myself, right? And you want to blame Trump? Trump has nothing to do with this. Trump has nothing to do. Do not blame Trump, right? The American voters, right? People that voted for this are tired of their tax-paying dollars going to lazy people like him, right? And when they talk about able-bodied individuals, like, yes, unless you have a disability or some type of ailment. If you're able to work, then you need to go out there and work and stop, relying on the government to provide for you, because we're going to have so much people that we can, help out that need help when it comes to, helping them get back on their feet. You can't just have everybody falling into the system and then you wonder why taxes continue to go up because they can't afford it, right? You need more taxes to increase to make sure you're paying for all this. So you as an able-bodied individual, you need to take on the responsibility and saying, okay, I need to contribute to society, right? Instead of just being a little succubus and taking from society, right? Having other people pay for your food and your housing. No, that's not a respectful thing to. That's hard to respect a person like that. Right, because we got too many people in the system just teetering, sucking off the teat of the government, and that has to stop because it's unsustainable. That's the thing. Like you're going to have so many people, it's unsustainable. We only have so much money to help all these people, and people are tired of their taxes going up, paying for people that can actually go out there and work. Yeah, you may not like the jobs that are out there, but no one cares. Go there and work. You don't have any money. You need food. So you're not above any job. You need to go make some income, right? If Walmart's hiring, go on Walmart. Home Depot's hiring, go to Home Depot. Doesn't matter. Amazon, go and work. There's jobs out there. You may not like the jobs, but there are jobs out there, right? And it's just, and when you see this, it's hard to just, you understand why people have gotten to a point where like, all right, we need to cut the fat. Right, we need to cut the fat when all these people on the welfare system that actually can contribute but don't because they're just comfortable just being taken care of by the government, people's tax paying dollars. It's gotten to a point, and it's just so crazy because I'm listening to him. It's just like he seems like a person that's just wounded, like he has no motivation to do anything. It's just like his life is over. Like, bro, you look totally healthy. You look totally healthy. You can go out there and contribute, which is something that you should be doing. It is your responsibility to do that, right? And so he's not gonna. If you look at the comment section, man, they're tearing him up on the comment section. Like it's just nothing but, hey, go to work, get the job. This is what I voted for Donald Trump to do, right? Because no one's going to feel sorry for you, right? Like if you lost your job, then say you were working and you had a family, you lost your job. People are like, they feel sorry for you. But then obviously your job is to find another job. That's your responsibility. All right. So we all have the responsibility. Things happen, but just thinking you're gonna just sit on your ass all day and think you're gonna just get paid from the government. Yeah, people are not gonna respect that. All right. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you leave a comment down below with the like button and share. And if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe. So guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.